Every corner you take, every fighter you beat, every record you beat, we will be following you. Every single jump, every trophy won, every wicket you break, every breakaway you make, every cross, every dribble, every dunk,
Studio. Max
every pit stop, every loss, every single sport will be watching.
Welcome inside the locker room.
It's 8:15 and time for us to talk sports inside of the locker room. The hashtag on Twitter is locker981 Lagos. You can also send your message to WhatsApp 0809-444-0981. Hi, Tega.
Hi.
How are
Good
you?
morning.
Good morning.
The cold is entering some people's spirits. They can't speak. But we will warm you up in just a bit as we jump into today's sports stories. Don't forget to send us those messages. Hashtag LockerRoom981.
And also on YouTube, join us at Smooth981 FM Lagos. So Paul exited Houston's 98-94 Game 5 win over the Golden State Warriors in the final minutes on Thursday and received extensive post-game treatments, leaving the Toyota Center around midnight. I'll be all right, he said. The Rockets will update Paul's status after he gets more treatment Friday morning. In a statement from Coach Mike D'Antoni, he said, "We'll see if he can play Game 6. He'll be evaluated tomorrow, but obviously you saw him limp off. He's a tough guy. They'll do whatever they can do. If he gets there, if he's there, great, good for him. If he's not, then we have enough guys. It's time for somebody else to step up. We'll be all right. We just have to continue what we're doing."
I like the way they are saying this will be all right.
Yeah.
Will be all right.
We'll be
I'm
all
all
right.
right. Somebody,
yourself.
I'm telling you, somebody grabs his hamstring.
Yeah.
In a tough game that Houston Rockets did win and are now leading in the series by 3-2. And he's one of your key guys. All of you are just dancing around it. Somebody else will step up. How many Chris Pauls are there? There's just one. But it wasn't. I mean, looking at this game, it wasn't really. Both teams did not play very well. Neither Houston Rockets nor Golden State Warriors. Golden State Warriors had 16 turnovers in transition, and the best time. Their most. How would I put it? Their most threatening plays were in transition. So if you have 16 turnovers where you should be gaining advantage, it tells you exactly how bad the night was for them. On the other side, for Houston Rockets, James Harden and Chris Paul had a horrible first quarter, maybe even first half. But the rest of the team, Eric Gordon, Trevor Ariza, PJ Tucker picked up the ball and really managed to keep them in this game. But I think it was down the stretch of the second half that they had key points in key moments. And so Chris Paul comes in and he knocks down 3 good 3-pointers in Steph Curry's face, and then he shimmied for Steph Curry, for good measure. Steph Curry is always shimmying for people, so it was high time somebody shimmied for him too. So he shimmied. He shimmied for him. He even said it after the game. He was like, "If you can shimmy for somebody, get ready to take somebody shimmying for you." So he was ready for that. And so it was those key points, big points in key moments that helped Houston Rockets win this game. Because if you look at both teams, horrible, not at their best, not very exciting, but at the end of the day, like Coach D'Antoni said, it's a win, and we'll take it and we'll put in the bag. So the next game is now in Oakland. I think Golden State Warrior players will be happy to be at home. Their home crowd always, how they call it, all in together, or no, sorry, strength in numbers. So they're always comfortable at home. The crowd is with them. They will bully anybody on their home court, and so they want to see how they can take it. So this is an elimination game for them. I think they're going to push this to Game 7. I think they have what it takes to push it to Game 7, especially because they didn't play well tonight. So if they do play well in Oakland, then they may take it to Game 7. But I really just want somebody else to win, not Golden State Warriors. So Houston Rockets, for the world, Do this.
Stand for us, for the culture. Okay, let's move on. Up next, whether Kelechi Nwakali's sterling performance on Tuesday's match between Super Eagles B team and Atletico Madrid of Spain will earn him a shirt of the World Cup provisional squad. Well, that's still going to depend on German handler Gunnar Rohr. He says, I cannot say if any of the players who played today, Tuesday, will be invited to the main team. The decision is for the head coach. Thank God he was there and saw the game himself. Actually, those are the words of Salisu Yusuf, who said that, adding that the bulk of Team B would be groomed for the under-23 team. Interesting.
Ultimately, that's what they'll have to do. You can only carry 23 players.
Last.
Nobody is lapping.
Sorry.
At the end of the day, and that's all we can take, and that's where the problem is. I mean, some country, you just look at countries and just say, oh yeah, if you were from another country, you probably would have made this team. But that such has been the buzz from the game on Tuesday, that till date we're still deciding whether Kelechi should go or Kelechi should stay back. But he also plays an important position. I think Nigeria going forward is fine, but midfield and defense were a little light, and so when you see a footballer that can carry the ball, a footballer that can make intelligent passes, you're just very excited to see that addition, because sometimes the question usually was who was the connect between the midfield and the strikers at the end of the day. And so he's another option for Nigeria, but there's still Mikel Obi playing, and nobody's going to drop Mikel Obi for you. Sorry.
Wow.
No, sorry. Just wait your turn. There's still Wilfred in our midfield is complete. What I think the only way that Kelechi makes this team is if somebody has a late fitness issue. And then the coach will have to decide, you know what, this is the World Cup. We cannot carry half-fit players hoping that they get fit at the World Cup. That's the only way he makes this team. But otherwise, this is just conversation and discussion.
All right, Lagos, send your messages to Twitter at Smooth981FM and use the hashtag LockerRoom981. Or you can send to WhatsApp 0809 444 981. On to more sporting stories. Lewis Hamilton admits Mercedes have work to do over the Monaco GP so-called rest day to put themselves in the victory hunt when action resumes on Saturday as tomorrow after the Red Bull dominated practice. It's been an okay day, said Hamilton. No damage, which is a good thing, but tough. I said yesterday that the Red Bulls are going to be quick, which they naturally were. I'd say we struggled a little bit more. Struggled as expected. We've got some things to work on and we're not completely in the dark. Much better than we were last year. But we've got a lot of ground to cover and pick up if we want to be in the fight for the win.
Yes, but first of all, I'll have to give a shout out. The Greek girls are back for this Grand Prix only.
What?
Yeah,
Only
Monaco decided that they wanted their Greek girls back.
but just this one.
They know that the guys are cute, but they want their Greek girls back. So we are celebrating the Greek girls.
Yeah, let's stop taking this one that you entered at the beginning of this show. Okay.
So the Greek girls are back for just this Grand Prix. So that's the first shout out. The drivers are happy. Like Sebastian Vettel said, nobody was, but they were happy doing their job, and he was happy seeing beautiful people there. So I guess just have to all enjoy it. But going to the race itself, it's true. Mercedes expected that from when they won in Spain, they knew that Monaco was going to be tough for them. It was always advantage. It always looked advantage Red Bull and Ferrari, Red Bull especially. So it wasn't a surprise yesterday when Red Bull came out and both Red Bull cars dominated the practice session. But what was interesting for Mercedes was that Lewis Hamilton managed to get in there ahead of Ferrari. But you could still say that they were pace off Red Bull, and if they're going to compete, the thing about Monaco track is that it makes it where you qualify is important, because overtaking on that circuit is quite hard. So I mean, at the end of the day, if you qualify in a good position, then you know that, okay, I can manage this or I can maintain this maybe to the end. But if you fall way down the path, then it just makes your job twice as hard. And so that's why Mercedes wants to see if they can push ahead, because you never really know with Ferrari if they're just sandbagging you. You see them very slow during practice session, then qualify, see them blitzing in front, like, where did you get your pace from? So with Ferrari, you can't judge with practice session. whether Ferrari is fast or slow. You just leave them to it. And so Mercedes knows that they have to work at least to catch up with the Red Bull, and they can worry about Ferrari on Saturday. So let's see how it turns out for them. But the fact that they are up in there in the mix is interesting, because I didn't expect them. I expected them to have a repeat of last year, where they didn't even manage to make podium. But here it is.
Also beans. Do keep sending in your messages. We'll take them once we come back from this break. The number to message is via WhatsApp 0809 4440981. Send us a tweet using the hashtag lockerroom981, and of course make sure you catch us live on our YouTube channel, streaming live, youtube.com/smooth981fm Lagos. This is the Locker Room on Smooth Breakfast.
Thomas Paul Dozier.
Where did I get this from?
You are listening to
What'd you get?
This one.
Let's have your say. It's me, Ejiro. So we know who won Golden Boot last year, and that he won with 29 goals. As of now, the highest goal scorer has 31 goals. I can also verily tell you that only two players.
What in the Bible? Who did this thing?
I can also verily tell you the top and bottom scorer of the league.
When the game's on, we all feel the pressure. Rexona is putting your football skills to the test. Do you have what it takes to be the next champion? Be a part of the African 11. Trade at Chelsea FC and play against Chelsea legends.
It'll be alright.
Rexona 14th hour protection.
But it's not Rexona. It's Rexona
I have a
International.
dream that this summer I will win an all-expense trip to Russia. Oh God, that all-expense dream you're still dreaming is my own reality now. Come to Russia this summer.
From the moment I wake each morning,
I'm going to open
Wow,
a
is that the
savings
mood?
account sharply. To win an all-expense to Russia this summer by either opening a Wema savings or ladder account with 100,000 naira, increasing your existing balance with 100,000 naira.
No.
Maintaining 100,000 naira in your account for 30 days. Don't just trim it. Sign up now. Wema Bank. With you all the way.
Mommy, what key won't open any door? A monkey.
That's not.
Here's another one.
Is it really?
Because it is big.
Stop lying to our children.
Wow, you are
Tell
one
them the truth.
smart little girl.
Did you know that 90% of brain growth occurs in the first 5 years of life? Pick 456 grain of milk.
Are you kidding me?
With DHA for children.
I don't want to
4
talk.
to 6
Let me
years
just be
old
quiet.
to help
I
them
think I don't be quiet.
and smart.
Whoa.
Hello, my name
Oh,
is
I heard
Badi
the
Awish,
LIS
the
app
MD and
yesterday.
CEO
But I
of
think I've
Social
not heard
I heard
Society.
it
For over
twice.
40 years, I have navigated the world of business and served in God's vineyard while facing today's challenge.
In
to
God's
integrity
vineyard.
and state
I knew we don't.
Girl child.
Succeed in your business while keeping your integrity and getting you home unscathed by the
But they have
chaos
strength for
of the
this.
marketplace.
I just want to go somewhere
Wall
warm.
Street or work on Broad Street. Perhaps you
I
don't do
can't wait
business
to
on the
get out
street.
of here.
Definitely
Somewhere
need to be
warm.
listening.
I
Like
can
the
wait.
rain.
The rain has stopped now, though,
I
right?
want the sun to come out. Sun!
So we'll come out
Sun
tomorrow.
goes down the
Sun to come out today.
2018, as we find the
Excuse me.
balance between the
You
world.
should keep doing this. It should rain at night. Let's enjoy our sleep.
What's happening?
Then
You look
sun
worried these
during the
days.
day.
Shouldn't I be worried?
See negotiation. Do you
We're on
understand?
the same page, but you seem to be doing better than
So that the
most.
crops will grow. Rain, sun. Why are you like
I'm
this?
just getting great advice from Old Mutual Insurance. Yes.
Working to achieve your
For
dreams
agriculture,
is the
this is the
first
best
step
time
towards
to rain,
reaching
for the
your
rain to fall.
goals in life.
This morning.
Getting sound advice is next at Old Mutual Insurance.
morning.
We
Early
make sure
morning.
whatever your dreams and goals
Then the
are,
sun
we
should
are
shine.
here to give you
For
great
you.
advice. Call us today.
that's not you.
01271.
I saw one picture of Risha. I was like, in my mind, while we're reading the stories,
Such
yeah,
as
Kept me
sweet girl.
Looking like a mad ninja
insurance, as well as
yesterday.
your requirements for life
Kept me
insurance
small.
and savings. Old Mutual. Do
I wanna
great
get-
things.
You don't know her.
The other day,
She's
I
so
wanted to buy
lovely.
a bag,
Yeah,
but the price was
she is.
scary. So I asked the
She
seller,
is.
Eloni Jale. He said,
Because I like her face.
I know of her, but I
I
don't know
was
her.
feeling like a sharp thing until I heard a tiny voice.
The real last price is 6,000 naira on Jumia.
I tried to get a refund, but he said,
Madam, this not be Jumia.
Starting May 14th, thousands of products will be sold at the lowest price on Jumia.
We're back
If you
in
find
9
a product
seconds.
cheaper elsewhere, we will refund you 10 times the difference. Terms and conditions apply. Jumia. Save money.
Studio.
Shop easy.
Hi, this is Lettuce C.
And you're on Nigeria's #1 station for soul, jazz, and funk. Smooth 98.1. Love music, love life.
I have an exciting Friday morning with stories in sports inside of the locker room.
Let's jump into our next story. I talk about three-time champion Serena Williams and how she's to face Kristyna Pliskova in the first round of the French Open. So the American could then also meet longtime rival Sharapova, who is seeded at Slam for the first time since returning from her 15-month doping ban, or 6th seed Karolina Pliskova, the former world #1 and sister of Kristyna, in the 4th round. What will it be?
Well,
What will it be?
the good news is that Serena got a favorable seeding. She got the sister that can play tennis. So that's
Wow.
I don't know what else to say. I mean that they're just miles apart. Or I don't know how they are twins.
Your two sisters.
Yeah, one person just took all the tennis talent. The other person just shares a look. That's just it's. I don't know how they do it.
Wow.
But she's ranked 70th in the world, so she cannot be that bad.
She's on ranking
Kristyna,
at
yeah.
least.
She cannot be that bad. So it's a good. If you ask me, it's a good match for Serena to kind of get back into playing tennis because she hasn't played in a while, and then to start her Grand Slam tournament. Because if you ask me, if they had given her the other Pliskova, the Carolina Pliskova, the world #6, she would be going home immediately. There's no, no, you didn't have to think about it. She'd be going home immediately. Carolina is she's cold. That's how she plays her tennis. It's very lethal, very effective. It's a no nonsense kind of tennis. Kristyna is still, I mean, if you ask me, soft landing for Serena. So she needs to beat Kristyna. If she doesn't beat Kristyna, then I can categorically say that Serena is not ready to compete for anything. If she can't beat Kristyna Pliskova, she's not ready.
All right, let's go over some of the messages coming in. Shay sent a message saying, to be factual, Victor Moses ran away from a Congo friendly because of Ebola. Please, is it true that Ronaldinho, meanwhile, is said to marry 2 women at the same time? He's a bado.
That's what I heard.
Madrid will beat Liverpool like 5-3, he says.
Amen.
While Shaggy from Ikorodu just comments simply, quotes, sister that can't play, end of quotes. Wow, wow.
We'll move on now very quickly to Liverpool. Liverpool, a thrilling run inspired by Mohamed Salah has taken Liverpool to Saturday's Champions League final in Kiev against Real Madrid, and most people will be watching this, where now Jurgen Klopp's side must stop the Spanish Giants from winning the trophy for the 3rd year running. Now, Jurgen Klopp was quoted as saying, "Do Real Madrid, sitting in Madrid at the moment, think, thank God it's Liverpool? I can't imagine that. They can't think that way." Zidane, meanwhile, is on the brink of the 3rd straight Champions League win as a coach. "We've already made history and we want to keep on doing it. It will be incredible." That was what defender Rafael Varane actually told Madrid Sports Daily. He continues, "I still do not think we've realized the scale of what we're doing, but when all this is over, we will. Through experience, we know how difficult it's going to be, but experience gives more security and serenity as well."
And he's right. Experience gives that security that you can do this, and that's where it's a bit shaky for me. Because if you ask me, I'd say Zidane in a final and Klopp in a final, I'd definitely give it to Zidane. Tested, trusted, proven.
True,
Tested, trusted, proven.
There you go.
Klopp has come to a final before and lost, not once, not twice. So do you understand? So at this point in time, if you ask me in a final, who are you going to give this final to? I'd say Real Madrid, based on what they've done in the past 2 seasons.
That's who you would
Based on what they've done in the past 2 seasons, the opposition they faced, the way they came back, I'd say based on their resume, I'd give it to Zinedine Zidane. But I do remember over last weekend that a certain guy that's very good at playing finals, Jose Mourinho, lost to a Conte who lost to Arsene Wenger.
So anything's possible.
In the final, so anything is possible.
Football
It's
at the end of
football
the
at the end of the day. So it's open to, at the end of the day, it's ultimately coming down to what you do on the day. Resume aside, somebody will take your resume and beat you. It's that simple. Trust me. If you don't believe me, ask listen what Muhammad Ali did to him. So sometimes the experience and having been there before gives you that security, gives you that belief. But he that is down it fear no fall. So Liverpool, they have nothing to lose. So they're just coming here on no reputation. They have no resume, they have no CV, so they are coming here and they have nothing to lose, so they can come out and play that same way with you. So it's open. I'd say yes, it looks like Real Madrid, but Liverpool can pull a big surprise, and like just the same way they pulled in 2005. They can pull another one now. So let's see how it goes.
Real quick message in from Folu who says the other Pliskova is a good first round for Serena because she cannot even play tennis so well, so we'll just take his. Just praying that all the big names will have been upset before Serena gets there. But she says also Hala Madrid all day, every day. Hey, Folu, we see you. And Big T says Real Madrid versus Liverpool. It would be tough, tight. The margin will be 1 to 2 goals. Real Madrid should win it. 13th title, says Big T. We've also got a couple of messages that have come through with the hashtag LockerRoom981. Smith the Ebuka says, I don't see Serena doing that well in this year's Roland Garros. Sharapova to win it for me.
I am blocking you.
Okay, please.
Can you imagine?
Don't come here talking about cheats. Like Tega doesn't like this. But Ugo Collins says Real Madrid doesn't even play good football, but the quality of their players have seen them through. I fear that they can win even with a bad performance, but I remain hopeful. Hashtag LFC. Hashtag YNWA. Hashtag jitters. Okay, sorry. Okay.
Hashtag LockerRoom91.
Thank you. As we move on, so Lyon Femmes retain the Women's Champions League as a 4-1 extra time victory over VfL Wolfsburg Women, who clinched a record 5th European crown. Wow. Now, the French club hit back after Pernille Harder had given Wolfsburg the lead early in the first period of extra time with goals from Amandine Henry and Eugene Le Sommer, Ada Hegberg, and Camille Abili, or probably Ada, but we're going to call Ada. That's how I feel about it.
Don't call Ada. And you see those names, those are the names of the women in the French squad, and you now wonder how Nigerians are going to perform when they go to the World Cup against these women. I mean, ultimately, that's what it is. But this final was really interesting. These teams played 90 minutes. They did not score goal.
Oh.
Not at all.
Half. They did not. Extra time. 5 goals.
Whoa.
There was of course there was a red card to one of Wolfsburg's players.
So that changed the balance.
Yeah, so that just switched the balance, and that's why they conceded as many goals as they conceded. But it was just interesting to see. The French teams, for some reason, know how to dominate when it comes to the Champions League for women. German teams also put their names once in a while, but it's the French teams. Their English teams are trying to come up. Manchester City, Chelsea ladies, those are the teams that are trying to come up for English teams, but they are not there yet. I give them 2 more years, and those Manchester City ladies will be dominating in Europe. But for now, Lyon, well-deserved champions. Congratulations.
Awesome. Keep your messages coming into WhatsApp 0809 444 0981, and that's for WhatsApp messages.
Yes, indeed. This one is coming from Emma from Okaka, who says, I want Liverpool to win the UCL so that Salah gets the better shoot at the Ballon d'Or. Okay, gets a better shot. There you go. And Benga Kamu says, I don't want Madrid to win. No, their Papa Cup. It's not their Papa's Cup. I think that's what he's saying. While Charles from Yaba says, Mourinho, who hardly loses any cup final, lost to Conte, who hasn't won a cup final, who lost to Wenger, who seldom wins a cup final. The UCL final tomorrow is going to be cranky. It might be full of goals, but I tip to do the magic. Go Ramos, go Ronaldo, go Real, Hala Madrid.
Charles.
Giving people shares in the club. While Biggie from K2 says, I don't know about you guys, it's smooth, but I feel a war, the clash of champions, the war leaders, if they play their chess well, they will steal the Iron Throne. One warrior and beaten, the other claims to take the throne. Blood, sweat, what are you, what?
I can even hear the crowd shouting in the background.
Yeah, he's just watching Game of Thrones.
Yeah, just going with that.
No, let's focus.
We're going to focus on taking a break. When we come back, we'll take more messages. It's still sports inside the locker room.
Have you been sending pigeons?
But I'm just being.
What?
Pigeon messages. Somebody's approaching you with stuff. You're like,
okay.
I'm like, I'm busy.
Those ones are funny. Right.
So let's see. What?
So frustrating.
I should have asked
So why don't
we
you
come back
give their
they
should have given their predictions for Champions
If you
League.
happen to be
Just
social
read out the
media
rest
savvy,
of the
you must have come
Well,
across
that's
the
just 4 minutes.
hashtag My Landlord Experience, which is a conversation currently going on
They're going to
Twitter,
give predictions for
Facebook,
Champions
and
League.
Instagram, with everyone talking
Yeah.
about their personal or a friend's
So what's the
experience
question
with their
again?
landlord.
How do you
And
react
that's
to
it. There are not so many
How do you
pleasant
deal with
experiences.
accidents in the road?
Well, you can turn your
Or
own
with
story
road
into
incidents,
a pleasant one
altercation.
when
How
you
do you
take
deal with keke?
advantage of the deal.
Did you hear my question? How do you react to Keke from you?
Because it's a keke something. It's a keke
Cars,
thing.
phones, or jewelry.
So did he take off
invest
the
in
paint
your
of his car?
future by owning a Fairmont
Who's
land
that?
yourself with a special deposit offer of 640
Yeah, he was
really
waiting.
pissed off.
It's an opportunity to own land at the Lekki-Aja axis of Lagos, which
Yeah.
is a few minutes drive from the Aja
I want to
roundabout.
imagine
The
today in
well-defined environment
confronting
harbors a
somebody. I can't
beautiful
imagine it, in fact.
conceptualized
It will happen in a
estate
flash.
developed by
Today-
Bernardine Homes.
today confronting
Bang,
somebody.
bang, 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 bang. Moving on.
I don't think so.
I agree with him.
I feel that kind of person.
Maybe not like that crazy, but I don't think he has a problem.
His
with it.
calmness, I can tell the way he would react if he actually gets riled up.
desired
seriously.
house.
He's one of those people that will just leave you to,
landlord
you know,
and put
mess
an
up.
end to
When you're
Mess
done
up
messing
very
around,
well.
Yeah, he'll calm down. He's calm like calm.
Yeah, I don't
Let's
expect
just
him to.
watch you. You're messing up or doing your own thing. You can now
And he
address
probably
it.
won't say a word. He
Future
just
today
Mm.
with Fairmont.
I think
139
I think different things.
5087 or 0908
I think he just wants.
221
So why did you do this?
757.
Are you joking?
Email
I don't think
info
so.
at propertymartltd.com.
I don't think so.
Hi, my name is Jason Tony, and you're listening to the
I
Smooth
just see him
Breakfast
as
with
someone
Folu
that
Storms
confirms.
and Valentine.
Hello, welcome to Football Masters. So what are your contributions?
Yes, this is Felix. I can categorically tell you that the Blues will play 3-4-3 and not a 4-4-2. And Fabregas is not in the starting 11. This is the latest team news categorically.
Mr. Felix, thank you very much. Thank you. Open your Google app like Felix. Search EPL. Tap on the fixture to see team lineup, match probabilities, match stats, and more. It's all there with the Google app.
Hello? Yes? And the latest substitute lineup categorically.
Shopping in Lagos is no joke.
I'm
The other
done.
day, I wanted to buy a bag, but the price was
This is
scary.
money.
So I asked the seller,
Money.
"Eloni Jale?"
It's money.
He said,
Sorry, money.
Oh, yeah, last price. Thank you.
I was spinning like a sharp thing until I heard a tiny voice. I tried to get a refund, but he said,
I'm going to stop following this girl. She's giving
Starting
me
May
full fitness
14th,
tension.
thousands
What
of
was
products
that?
were sold at the
Cassia fakes.
If you find the
I
product
just
you
saw her
browse
like
well,
doing like
we'll
hurdles
refund you
just now.
10
I'm like,
times the
what is
difference.
wrong with you?
Terms and
Only you in this
conditions
world? Eh?
Save money, shop
Well,
easy.
long, okay, I think this must be for a triathlon or something. Like, see this form. This is perfect hurdle form.
Nobody can put me under pressure for all those things.
Perfect hurdle
I have
form.
no ambitions there.
I used to run the hurdles in school.
I say one ambition I don't have there. You can't put me under pressure there. If you like to somersault in the air as you're doing the order, you're on your own. I will applaud you and I will sit down. I have no ambitions whatsoever.
Just use.
With a 10-year warranty on its compressor, switch to its Gen mode function for small
See the
generator
new
capacity
person, like
to
a frog.
enjoy a constant cooling experience. LG,
Life's good.
Wow.
That's the kind of
Like
person
just casual.
that will make him man to be taking Viagra. Don't be giving him stress.
Wow.
Wow, it's like casual. It's the way she's sleeping. Casual.
Making process that retains all the natural goodness of the whole corn for whole nutrition, whole taste, and whole crunchiness for the whole family. So next time you're eating cornflakes, make sure it's whole flaked Nasco cornflakes. Nasco cornflakes, nourishing goodness anytime.
When the game's on,
I have asked people about obtaining things so often, and when they tell me yes, I can take something, I forget. I was trying to collect some shoes for the longest time, and he was like, "Yeah, sure, you can have," because they had a few pair of them. And like, I forgot. So now the person's harassing me, like, so I offered you something, and you didn't accept. I said, wow. I said, no, it's not I don't want it, I just forgot.
You say you don't want it enough. That's what the person will think. We're going back, 12 seconds. We're so glad to have you join us, and thanks for being with us on Locker Room 981, and that's part of the Smooth Breakfast with Folu and Valentine. We'll take a few stories, or rather a few messages before we go. This one is in from Shogun Ikorodu. He says, 5 goals in extra time, # interesting. It seems the defenders got tired and were like, please come on, let's go home, Jerry. Big T says, women football, have you seen the skill level of female team from Europe? African ladies need extra legs and prayers to even get a draw for a win. Jesus. Wow.
We have him in our life. We have him.
Yes, we do. Yeah. Who's this? Where's your name? No name. Sorry.
Charles from Yaba.
Oh, Charles. Okay, cool. Saved by the bell. So Charles said, football can be very funny. Imagine a player who has a very poor disciplinary record in Ramos can be considered one, if not the best defender for Real. Looking forward to win his 4th UCL trophy. And he continues, he says, I'm tall. He's a little shorter. Ronaldo does not see the comparison with Salah as both players compete for the trophy, but I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow's final will have nothing to do with both players. Both have taken the headlines ahead of the final, not disputing the fact that both players are the best for both teams, but I want to see Isco, Modric, Mane, Firmino do what they know how to do best.
Okay.
And that's the end of his message. And then on Twitter, we have a message in from Nathan Njoku who says, are Madrid better than us? Yes. Are they more experienced than us? Yes. Will they most likely beat us? Heck yeah. But we are Liverpool. We turn doubters to believers. We defy the odds. Plus, we've got Salah, we've got Mane, we've got Bobby Firmino. We sold Coutinho. Sing along, yo.
Yeah, never
see right, man.
I finished. Shout out to you, Nathan Njoku. We're done with the locker room this morning. All you believers, beat your chest. When they beat you, beat your chest and go home and sleep. Coming up next, it's the final hour of Smooth Breakfast. It will be Lagos Talks 981 for a Feel Good Friday. You Lagos get to talk, and this morning we want you to let us know, what would you do if you got into a car altercation? That is, in the words of Valentine, if Keke jam your car. We'll be back.
What's the Lagos language, man?